Hello everyone. I'm Assistant Professor Dr. Parichart and Assistant Professor Dr. Badi Pusianan. We're from the Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies, Khon University, Nong Khai campus. The topic of our presentation is Thai vendors' English communication skill needs. In Thailand, using English as international language is a crucial tool to help improve business performance. Communicative competence is necessary for all language learners. Language learners can make use of strategic competence to overcome breakdown communication due to linguistic deficiency and to negotiate meaning with interlocutors. Obviously, communication barriers can occur in both native and non-native speakers. Several past research works have been conducted regarding English communication problems of Thais in various sectors. However, few past research works have been carried out on Thai vendors' English communication problems. It can be said that communication plays an important role in all phases of business. However, no past research works have investigated vendors' needs in English communication skills at the Indochina market, the northeast of Thailand. To fill this gap, the purpose of this present study is to explore Thai vendors' problems when communicating in English with foreigners, as well as their English communication skill needs. This present study aims to explore the needs and problems of Thai vendors when communicating with foreign tourists at the Indochina market, Thailand. In order to get the correct number of participants, the formula of Germany 1967 was used to calculate the sampling number. The participants of this study were 160 Thai vendors who sold goods or provided services at the market. For the present study, a questionnaire was used to gather data. Frequency percentage, mean, and standard deviation were used to analyze the data. The questionnaire consists of two main parts. The first part of the questionnaire sought the demographic data regarding gender, age, education, types of goods they sell, selling experience in English training course for Thai vendors, experiences in English learning English, level of English knowledge of Thai vendors, and existing communication problems and communication strategy used by local vendors. Now, let's talk about the results of the present study. Table 1 illustrates that there were 160 respondents. The number of female respondents, 67.5%, was higher than the number of males, 32.5%. Table 2 shows that the most respondents were over 45 years old, 49.38%, followed by 26 to 35 years old, 22.5%, 36 to 45 years old, 15%, 16 to 25 years old, 13.13%, respectively. As shown in Table 3, the respondents had mainly graduated from junior high school, representing 46.88% of total, followed by senior high school, 28.13%, other education 23.75%, and diploma 1.25%. As can be seen in Table 4, the most respondents has been selling clothes, 37.5%, food and drinks, 24.38%, accessory 19.38%, and bags and shoes 18.75%. As shown in Table 5, the majority of respondents had experiences in learning English, 44.4% less than those with no experiences in learning English, 55.6%. As demonstrated in Table 6, the respondents who had one to 5 years experience in learning English represented 52.5% of the total. Those with 6 to 10 years were 31.88%, and those more than 10 years at 15.63%. As shown in Table 7, the majority of the respondents had poor level of English, 51.88%, followed by 66 respondents with a fair level of English knowledge, 41.25%. Respondents having a good and excellent level of English knowledge were 6.25% and 0.63% respectively. Table 8 illustrates some interesting facts about ways of practicing English. 60.63% of vendors never practice English. Only 27.5% of them tend to practice English by surfing the net. Meanwhile, a few of them learn English by listening to English songs. 6.25% watching English-speaking movies. 3.13% watching English programs on TV, 1.25%, and reading English newspaper, 1.25%. Table 9 indicated that 60% of vendors were interested in attending English training courses, whereas 40% of them were not interested. Table 10 shows that most vendors tended to have more opportunity to sell goods to foreign customers. 83.13%. Few of them found that they didn't have any opportunity to sell goods to foreign customers. 16.88%. Table 11 demonstrated the frequency and percentage of vendors who spoke English when communicating with foreign customers. It's clear that the majority of vendors sometimes spoke English with foreigners. 57.5%. They never spoke English with foreigner customers. 28.75%. They often spoke English with foreigners. 11.25%. Only 2.5% of them always communicated with foreign customers in English. Table 12 shows existing communication problems of local vendors. It can be clearly seen that 84.38% of them had communication problems when selling goods to foreigners. According to Table 13, vendors wanted to attend English training because of their job and their personal interest. 58.13% and 14.38% respectively. Meanwhile, 28.5% of them were not interested in attending an English training course. Table 14 shows readiness for English skills improvement. The participants found that speaking and listening were the most important skills, with 3.51 and 3.03 respectively. Reading and writing were in the third and fourth rank, with mean scores of 1.79 and 1.68 respectively. This table illustrates vendors' learning styles. Participants preferred to learn English individually, 40.63%, group 38.13%, and classroom 13.75% respectively. Only 7.5% of them tended to desire language training in pairs. Table 16 illustrated data regarding local vendors' interest in learning English online. 58.75% of participants were interested in learning English online. However, 41.25% were not interested in it. Tables when change show vendors' opinions regarding teaching materials when learning English. 31.25% of the participants like to learn English through pictures, followed by books, 26.88%, and video VCD, 22.5%. The other teaching materials consist of booklets and websites, 19.38%. Table 18 illustrates vendors' communication problems and how they solve them. The mean frequency scores revealed that the vendors reported that they tended to have communication problems when giving information about products, with a mean score of 3.05. This is followed by having translation problems when communicating with foreign customers, and different accents are a problem when communicating with foreign customers, 3.03 and 2.97 respectively. In respect to solving communication problems, the vendors tended to use other devices such as maps, calculators, gauges, etc. With a mean score of 3.04, they use tablets or phrase when they don't know the right words in English, with a mean score of 2.89, 98. Also, they overcome communication problems with communicating with foreign customers by using communication strategies with a mean score of 2.73. As can be seen in Table 19, the participants were interested in 7 out of 9 topics with the mean score of at least 3. Those are telling prices and receiving money and making change, telling about the product's usage, giving suggestions and mentioning sales promotions, thanking and apologizing, giving information about products and services, greeting and saying goodbye. Meanwhile, offering help and giving directions have the least frequency with a mean scores of 3.42 and 3.21. With regard to English in the workplace, the participants reported that they wanted to learn English conversation in restaurants, clothes shops, and souvenir shops with a mean scores of 3.38, 3.32, and 3.17 respectively. Discussion. These days, English for specific purpose is needed worldwide. Is quite widely taught based on people's needs and purposes. For the results of the present study, respondents reported that they wanted to learn both English in daily life and English in workplace. Thai vendors wanted to learn ESP because they wished to make use of it in their job. Hence, in order to know which topics or contents the target learners want to learn, language learner needs and problems should be taken into consideration. In summary, types of teaching and learning activities are crucial for language learners as it can help language learners to learn things better and easier. It is suggested that the contents of English training should focus on vocabulary and language expressions, ESP for local vendors. Moreover, online learning is another way for local vendors to practice English. Thus, these issues should be further examined in future research. Thank you for listening.